To excel means to surpass a given standard or norm. In life, limits are real, but more real is the possibility to succeed without limits. Situations or circumstances like poor family background, educational, you have poor education, lack of money, age, physical disability, gender, race, location, can limit if you allow them to stop you. Economy of the nation is a problem. Why I'm not making it? Don't allow anything to stop your dreams and goals. Refuse any form of limitation. Say with me, I refuse. Now, just listen carefully. Just as the airplane takes off and flies by the combination of aerodynamics forces to counter the limiting force of gravity, so also there are important forces of success you must engage if you must excel in your endeavor without limits. You know, if you look at the force of gravity, there's no way plane should fly. Is that true? But they use the aerodynamic forces to counter the force of gravity so they can fly. So also there are forces, if you apply them, nothing can limit you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, this is very short. That if you apply these forces, it's impossible to be limited in life. Is that true? How to excel without limits. If you want to excel without limits, number one, have a possibility mindset. Have a what? Limitations starts and ends in your mind. It says, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Mark 9:23. Is that true? You have your mind has to accept that it's possible to what? Break out of wherever you are from your cocoons. It says, don't be conformed to this world, but be what? Transformed by the renewing of what? Your mind. Every limitation is from here. You are what you think. As a man thinking in his heart, so is it. Proverbs 23, verse 7, and Romans 12, verse 2. That's where I quoted. And he said, without your mind, I will do nothing. Philemon 1:14. When you think you can't, then you really can't. You must overcome the I cannot attitude in your mind. When you say I can, you remain in the can. Your life is controlled from your mind. If you win your mind, you win in life. If you lose your mind, you lose what? In life. When your mind is void of possibilities, your life will be full of difficulties. The greatest limitations people experience in their lives is usually the ones they impose on themselves from their mental system. A wise man once said, and I quote, limitations live only in our mind, but if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless, unquote. Napoleon Hill said, there are no limitations except the ones you create in your mind. So here. Take your mind off limitations and start thinking of possibilities. Your destination is a function of your imagination. And you can never attain a position you have not seen yourself attaining. Anything you want to be has to come from where? The mind. Oh, I can't make it. Where did you say it from? From your mind. It's not possible. Where? Your mind. It is possible. Where? Your mind. It's my kind of situation. Where? So the first place to break out is from where? Your mind. I pray today you come out of those cocoons that has limited. Limitation is not visible, it's invisible. It's what? It's invisible. The invisible forces of negative thinking has limited. Number two factor to break out of every limitation, if you want to excel, you'll be shocked. Be a person of integrity. Be a person of what? If you want to excel without limitations, be a person of what? You can think success in your mind, but if you lack integrity, it will limit you. Integrity is a force that can revolutionize your life. Integrity is a state of being impeccably honest with yourself and others. It's a state when your honesty can be trusted unconditionally. It's just to be upright in character. That's integrity. To be a person of integrity is to embrace honesty in words, in actions, and motives or intentions. It is more valuable than money. Let me say this to you. No matter how good you are in your vocation or profession, if people cannot trust you, they will not do business with you. God is a God of integrity. He said God is not a man that he should what? That means he doesn't lie. He stands on his word. Numbers 23:19. And I saw something in James chapter 1 verse 17, the B part, in Message translation. Message put it very wonderful. It said there's nothing deceitful in God, nothing two-faced, nothing fickle. In the B part. It said there's nothing what? Deceitful in God. That means God is not GBT. There's no GBT in God. There's nothing, look at the B part. The B part of it, please. There's nothing deceitful in God. Nothing two-faced. I see the end part. Nothing fickle. That's how God is. So it's simply saying, even if you are very intelligent, you work very hard, you don't have integrity, you are not qualified. It will limit you. It will what? I've heard people say, he's very good in his job, but he will fraud the whole company. That means he has already placed a limitation on his growth. Is that true? If you want to employ him, let me tell you, this architect will take money from you, but he will not finish the work. He has already placed limitations on his work. He's very good, but if you pay him, he will not finish the work. He has already placed what? A limitation. To excel in anything without limits, let your life be characterized by honesty, trustworthiness, truthfulness, straight dealings with every person under all circumstances. Then Proverbs 11 verse 1. Shall we read together? Let me say this to our Abba brothers. Abba is becoming a center of excellence. Hope you know that. This is the only thing that every Abba man should have, because Abba was known for this problem. So now that Abba is becoming a place of envy, every Abba trader should have this. Before, if you go to Abba, they will cheat you. They'll say, Abba, take careful, open your eye when they buy something. So now everybody in this Abba, which is not, because Abba has become, the governor has turned Abba to something else. So the Abba people should not have this one. Nobody will compete with them. Nobody will compete on Abba man. This is the only thing Abba person should not have. Integrity number 3, be diligent. Be what? Be diligent. Now listen, many people, they are good. They don't steal, but they are lazy. So, this problem is a problem. They don't work. Diligence means steadfast, intense, and concerted effort geared towards achieving a given goal, a given task. It means serious and intentional work devoted to accomplishing a mission. Diligence is working with mental smartness. Mental what? That's what I mean by diligence. It's not just working, but you're working with your brain. You're working with your what? With your brain. There are many dummies. Yet a man diligent in his business, it shall stand before kings. Proverbs 22, verse 29. Nothing worthwhile is ever achieved without diligence. All lasting, successful people are workaholics. Nothing works until you work it. No vision can be fulfilled. No dream can be realized. No goal can be attained without work. There's no future for the idle and lazy. Do you know work is so important that God gave a condition? He said, those who don't work should not eat. Did you hear me at all? He sanctioned them from eating. For even when we are with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, what? That means God, I sanction you from eating. Work is not going to office. So work is when you engage productively. When you engage what? Going to office is not work. You can go to office and be very stupid. 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 11. Let's read together. 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Want to go? And that ye study to be quiet, And to do your own work. And to walk with your own hands as we commanded you. So work is a command. So everybody sitting idle, you're against scriptures. No one can ever climb the ladder of success with his hands in his pocket. You can never be successful in life being idle or lazy. A becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. But the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Proverbs 10 verse 4. Go. You read. Let's read together. I want to go. No matter how wealthy your husband or wife, do something. Staying without working affects the mind. No matter how wealthy a man is, let your wife be doing something. Number one, have a possibility mindset. Number two, number three. Now, number four, listen carefully. I'll tell you before I go to number four. I called my domestic staff and I was talking to them with some of people working around me. And I noticed a common denominator amongst all of them. And I spoke to them and I said, since you came to work with me and with us, it is only what you knew you have been doing. You have not improved or added anything new. I said, no, so? The person said, yes. I said, you number two. You have worked with me for so many years. It is only the things you knew before we employed you. Have you had anything? Nothing. I called up and I noticed that all of them, none of them have added anything new to what they knew. And it's a problem with 95% of people. You can't break without limits if all you do is what you knew some years back. Life is continuous progress. It's a part of the just. It's a shining light that shines the most perfect day. So in life, you can't be, even a medical doctor who does not update on current things will kill people. Are you hearing me? There are some professors who are still teaching with the old syllabus. Are you getting what I'm saying? They are not current at all. Their knowledge is obsolete. The information is outdated. Many of us have refused to improve. So we are stuck in life. You were good at the time, but what are you now? Life is for continuous progress. Continuous what? So, number four, continuous increase in capacity. Continuous what? Proverbs 4:18. The part of what? The just. Jesus gave a parable in Matthew 25, 40 to 29. Don't bother. He gave one talent. He gave one 5 talents, 2 talents, and gave one what? 5 talents. The one with 1 talent did not do anything with it. Is that true? Now, why did he give 1, 2, 5? Why not all of them the same? He checked their capacity. Checked their what? He knew this man's capacity can only handle 1. The other man's capacity can only handle what? 2. The other capacity can only handle what? 5. There are some people, if you give them 2 assignments the same time, they are confused. They say, sir, I could not do it because, as you gave me this one, the same time, sent me this one. I had a medical doctor who was working with me directly. And I asked him, I said, are you able to combine 4 things at the same time? He said, sir, I watched you closely that you multitask. You sit in one place and do 50 things in 1 hour. So I said, how can this man I'm working with do this kind of thing? He said, you will not move, but you are coordinating 50 things from one seat. Says, from you I learned it. He was our chaplain in Oakman. He was pastoring a branch of Salvation Ministries as a full-time pastor. He was a medical assistant as a medical doctor. He was also my research officer because he was typing all my messages. And the 4 of them was doing them perfectly without any mistake. So I asked him, so are you able to do this for? Because it was even better in speed than the one who is a full-time pastor who's doing nothing. So I said, how did you do these 4 things? It was our chaplain in the school. It was a pastor of a full branch pastor. He was my research officer. Everything I want to do, I'll tell him, get this book, he'll get it. He was, as a medical doctor, was still practicing as a medical doctor, full time. So I asked him, I said, how are you able to do it? He said, I watched you, that you're able to multitask. You do too many things. I see you're a pastor, you'll be talking about cathedral as if the cathedral you are the one, you'll be talking to finance people, you're talking to them, you'll be preaching, preparing message. So I said, I can this man multitask. But there are people, if you give them two things, they said, I couldn't do it now, as you told me to cook. The same time, he said, I should make phone call. I said, so while you're cooking, can't you carry phone and call? He said, so they could not call you because you told me that I should cook now. So while you're cooking, you can't make call. He said, I have to finish cooking before I make call. You now ask me, are you okay? Many of us have refused to increase our capacity. So we are limited in life. Is that clear? Capacity is the ability to receive or contain a thing. Increase in capacity demands continuous personal development. You must develop your skill if you want to excel above limits. Develop your capacity by learning new skills. If you want to excel, you have to increase your capacity. Say here. Your ability to learn and remember can continue throughout what? Your life. If you keep your brain alive, alert, and functioning at what? Its best. Don't take an appointment when you have not developed your capacity. We have so much natural resources. We have so much what? How come we are poor? The developed minds will allow you to do everything you do and will just take the money without telling you that they're taking it. let me explain to you now. I'll use a very practical example like the crude oil. Do you know America has more crude oil than Nigeria? How many know? America has more crude oil. You don't know? Yet they buy your crude oil. They don't sell their own. Why do they buy your own? They have more oil than you. They have more oil reserve than you. You don't know? America has more oil than Nigeria. Yet, they don't sell their oil. Are they stupid? If oil is that good, why don't they sell their own? America has crude oil. Nigeria has crude oil. But Nigeria does not have refineries. Not only refineries, they don't have industries that takes the crude oil to finished products. We don't have. Even the refineries we have are not working. Even the products we produce, there are maybe 3 or 4. Crude oil has over 6,000 byproducts. 6,000, including your capsule you drink, plus the plastic chair, plus even dress you wear. They have you can get 6,000 products from crude oil. 6. Nigeria does not produce up to 3. I guess maybe 5. So what the American and the civilized world does is they buy the crude oil from you. $100 per barrel, a whole barrel, $100. And you're very happy. It has increased. If they say $100 and something, you see they will announce Nigerian now economy has grown because the crude oil market has gone up by $100 and something for a whole barrel. For a whole what? Now the man who has developed capacity, he opened industries. It does not have oil. Belgium has no oil. You hear me? Belgium has no what? But they're richer than Nigeria, even they're not richer than the whole of Africa. They developed capacity by opening industries. By opening what? That can refine your crude oil. So they import the oil from you, take it to their countries, produce products, sell it back to you. You buy them from them. And as you buy them, they bought nothing. They bought it for $100. They send you back things and they get $1,000 to $2,000. So at the end, they actually got it free. So, if Nigeria today open industries, there will be no unemployment. But the white man would continue to make sure you don't open industries. You keep selling. Are you aware Nigeria Republic has gold? Are you aware Nigeria has gold in Zamfara State? So where is the gold going? So when a man has capacity, He can manipulate you and control you without making you know that he is in charge. So if you develop capacity and the man is undeveloped, you control his economy. Okay, I come again. Between the manager and the laborer, who works more? But who has more money? Why? He developed his mental capacity more than the laborer. So he gets more money through. So where do you grow first? Increase your capacity, your mental system. You have no limits. You have no what? You keep going. Even a pastor who grows in his mental system will be a pastor of a big church. If all you do is prayer, the demons will go, but you'll be very useless. African churches have crowd, have prayer people, but nothing to show in their lives. Because we just do pray. Isaac got to a point, there was no war. True? You call it a Rehoboth. Is that not true? Nobody fought him again. Is that not true? So even deliverance, you get to a point, there'll be nothing to deliver. But people are still fighting when nothing to pray. Isaac forgot the point. He said, God has given me rest. So even when they enter their rest, they are still doing warfare. Over when the devil is not existing. At that point, God expects them to shift. But they say, so they do warfare till they die. If I tell you, deliverance ministry is lazy people ministry. Deliverance ministry does not make you tax your brain. It makes you just to think demon. Okay, Isaac fought. Read Genesis 26. But a time came, he said, God has given me what? So there was no fight again. At that point, what was Isaac doing? He began to use his mind for productivity. Okay, you cast out. Okay, for instance now, demons were casting you. They were just stopping you. Now I said they just be open. Is that what I said? Now the demons are out. You are still praying against the demons. When the door is what? Open. What kind of prayer is that? And every day you get up. The witches in my village. God said, no witches worry you again. Now move forward. But you will do that. Demons. My friend, you cannot excel beyond your capacity level. Beyond your what? So the first thing to do in life is to grow your what? Capacity. Before you look for appointment.